Right. This is, you can see at the top left the address. That I was held there under community treatment order for a year and a half. It's a private company which runs or mules the NHS, is a mule of the NHS. The complaint, which I hope you can read, and which I hope is clear, you should delve into. It comes from the top right, first floor management of the Norfolk and Suffolk Foundation Trust. It's dated by me. My complaint was the 15th of December. They answered it, you can see on the top right, on the right there, 8th of April. It refers to the community treatment order, which were this was the paperwork I was serving, which was for 6 months. So they took 4 months to answer it. Of that 6 months, it was a legal document which said, because of a phrase further down that you might see approximately here in this paragraph, it says that reference was made that I had additionally, you'll note that the second error had been made was that I was violent and aggressive towards family members and others. Now, I don't know if you're aware of English law. To have made that phrase stick, you would have to have, for the purpose of spending £1,500 a week to be held on this community treatment order, which is drugs against your wishes, enforced medical treatment, you would have had to have a criminal law with the police force. Because you can't be violent and aggressive towards family members and others if someone's just made it up, especially for those public funds. So the building where I was had written on it that I was there on a curfew when the police were supporting, because it had ticked I was violent and aggressive for the protection of others. Now, since then, I've been put back out on the streets for 9 months without any further treatment, because it's obvious that it says here that my complaint is upheld. Your complaint has been upheld in this paragraph, which but there are other things on these documents which they haven't addressed because I didn't ask them to address them. So there was no one in a position to take the whole document, which was the paperwork to serve the order, my copy, right? Because it was a justice. There was no one who took it and knew what the training was about, knew what the process was about. They actually threw it back again. So they got I hope you can read this and you can enlarge it in your photo reader. But please, whoever you may be, please take time to be aware. My privacy is totally blown, and they spent £100,000 to do this. They got all my records wrong, and I think this went back to the start of the journey a year and a half before. I can only think that being the same, because if they were in a hospital, they would have shared the same information for a month and had me on file. Not for a month, for the 18 months or the 16 months. They would have done that as a prerequisite. So they weren't fed the information wrong halfway through. The whole journey was illegitimate. And I've got another page here which tells me what I have to do if I don't think it's, and that's signed by the head of admin. Yours sincerely, John, Chief Executive of the admin at Norfolk and Suffolk Foundation Trust. He obviously didn't have anything interesting he wanted to do with it. All they say is that they're sorry and we won't let this happen again. Thank you for telling us. Now that is against the Welfare Act. That's against rational treatment, ethical treatment, et al. So I'd like to bring awareness to that, and I'm not such a horrible person that every bumhole's got to be afraid of, just because for social gratis and community reasoning. I want to get out of this country when I can. I want the option to, after I've been compensated, because it seems to be that the whole effort comes down to me as a Christian to fight or flight from. And it's totally irrational. They had big meetings of people that I couldn't communicate with because I was under such pressure, and the care was unethical, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what the system was. They don't give you a run through of it. They basically put you on a paper trail you can't get out of. Now, if doctors are using this, it's like the old cannabis. They'll soon have cannabis on the market for everyone, and there'll be a black market in it because the precedent's been set, and they're irrational so-and-sos. They just want to get hold of something and keep up and be more wealthy than everyone else. That's the kind of they're the kind of broken people that we're dealing with. So hallelujah, and please take heart that freedom of speech says if you haven't done something wrong, you're not hurting somebody else's freedom. That because it was given to us by Christ, He made a sacrifice that no one else could make, and we're still our democracy is still founded on it. So the Lord doesn't mean to hurt you with the sword, but in my case, He still wants to get. He's still got people who want to get away with it without having any interest in Him whatsoever. Thank you. Or legitimacy, or what money is for. So I'll leave it at that, and this is going on my website. Please tell friends. Please try and make out of it what you can. £100,000 to no avail. I was homeless when I went in there, and I was homeless when I came out.